are we maybe putting too much importance on one award show? Like when you are the culture?
I'm not, people always talk about that. I think about this like a club, right? If there's a club, a Grammy club, right? And it's like, man, you got Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, like these are real greats. Kanye West, you know, Jay-Z. You know, like I'm at that like at the rope, like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all see me? Yo, get my man, get my man. Imagine like losing at 1:30 and having to sit there for 7 hours. Be like, I want to just dip.
It's not good to have yes men and women around when you're trying to climb the mountaintop.
For a long time, I was just like, why me? Like how did this even happen?
I played 2 seasons, 2 All-Pros, 2 Pro Bowls. What can they say now?
I feel like there are a lot of people that trust me, and I just feel like I didn't want to let them down.
If you're blessed by God and you put the work in, that's where the longevity come in at.
Here we go, season 7. But as they say, time flies when you're having fun, and time has went fast.
I always say this, we're lucky to have these jobs where we get to sit with incredible people that in all cases we're fans of, but we also learn a lot while we're here, right?
Here's to more great conversations, great moments, and of course, great style.
Always great style.
Here's to season 7.
Cheers.
Cheers. I saw the owner had a, dude on the Jets had a change just like his. They said, Woody dripping.
Yeah, he was in the locker room earlier with that.
I figured you got it for him as a kid.
Nah, I ain't getting a phone.
He said he wanted to
He
grill.
too old for that. I'll be having to tell him like, chill.
He said he want to grill some more.
You told him to pipe down?
He be saying, I'm looking, I'm like, bro, you a little older, you know? I say it in a respectful manner, you know what I'm saying?
You know, everybody say you're the best corner in the league already.
I mean, when it comes to the league, I don't be like I'm the best, I just be like, I was the most consistent this year. You know what I mean? You can't really say who the best, because in 1 year, it could be all over with.
Y'all two similar, by the way. Y'all was like, rookie year, everybody was like...
Out of here.
Yeah, his rookie year, he was like best in his position. Your rookie year, did it happen fast for you?
Because I'm me, it didn't really feel that fast. But I could see how people thought it was fast.
It felt fast to me. It was like all of a sudden, all I heard was Ice Spice, Ice Spice.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
over.
bangers, though.
Huh? Bangers.
Bangers.
Thank you.
Yeah, bangers for sure.
So I remember back then, like, I was on Instagram and I seen her, it's called like Over the Radar or something like that.
On the radar, yeah.
On the radar, I had seen that, I'm like, oh, she's snapping.
Yeah.
I mean, they seen, you know, she took off.
Crazy.
Did you expect it to be like that?
I was hoping for it to be like that, but I wouldn't say I was really like expecting it.
Yes, for sure.
But Travis, even you as one of the most established artists, when you hear a newcomer, what catches your eye, or you're like, okay, like they may have something?
I don't know, I just like being raw, I guess. Not really trying, just natural. And music, you know, when you like natural, just come like, whenever you want to drop, you can just drop and go crazy anytime. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You always working, Trav, always making music?
Hell yeah, man.
Every day?
Yeah.
Trav's got unlimited energy.
I know, I don't get it.
Unlimited energy, bro, all the time.
Do you ever get tired?
I mean, yeah, I get sleepy. I'm not like a robot. Yeah, I get sleepy, but I mean, it's like fun to me, you know? When I get bored, that's when I get tired. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But I try to find fun in like everything I do.
Is performing more fun, making it more fun?
Performing it might be like the best. It's like, it's the real party. And it's like I make music to perform it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so when you go in the studio, you're like, I'm making this, how would it sound when I perform it?
Yeah. It can be like the loudest or the calmest song, like, you know, I just wanna.
Yeah, but also you just add that, all the fans is going crazy in there. It's just like it's like a drug.
Yeah.
It's like when you just can hear or feel the crowd rocking with you and vibing with you. Like even in my sport, we all kind of share the same thing. Like y'all go on stage, you know, their stage is my stage too. When I hit the court and all the fans is cheering, and they either know a song or they know one of yours, like my signature dunk or whatever the case may be, and you know they about to go crazy. Like it gives you even more energy. You like, I don't want to stop. Like it's that feeling.
I feel like artists are athletes. You know, I think people kind of take it off a little bit. It depends on why you take it, right? You can go to arena and like really go wall to wall every night, 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, do your set time. You know, you going dropping 50, you know what I mean, playing 4 quarters, wall to wall till it's over. And like for me, I really, you know, try to bring the energy.
But
so
the
it's
difference
like,
is, Trav, in sports, he get to be a winner or a loser every night. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a scoreboard. And we know the champs is like somebody gonna win the game at the end of the game. Somebody scored 30 points, somebody didn't. In your sport, call it music a sport, it's subjective.
It's subjective, yeah.
And the only awards is, I mean, not the only awards, but the biggest awards is the Grammys, which is totally subjective, totally like not based. What'd you say?
You see, say.
How you feel? I mean, we could buy Euphoria, listen to a stream, none of that matter. The Grammys is strictly subjective.
You know, it's crazy because like a lot of my peers, everyone's like, oh, you know, that award, that I with it, you know what I mean? You play football to win the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? You play basketball to win championships. You know, I don't make music to win Grammys, but, you know, it's what that Grammy like used to mean is what I always hold on to. It's like the idea of music. I love creating music. I think like, you know, our generation now, we're like, you know, a generation spawned from like allegiance of music. So, you know, that award is just like, at one point it's held up to, you know, a higher statue. And I still believe in it in a sense. You know, it gets rough at times, but, you know, with
You got nominated a bunch. I think you've been nominated over 10 times or 10 times.
yeah.
And as big as you are, you've never won one, which is a little crazy. But also it's about what they do with the category of rap, like not putting it on TV.
But it's crazy. It's like, you know, rap's not on TV, right? So it's like, you know, you sit there and then they air the show, the rap award at like 2 or 1:30, but you got to perform at like 8:30. So imagine like losing at 1:30 and having to sit there for 7 hours. Like this, like I want to just dip. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Even I feel like Ice too. You know, they might categorize it as rap, but I think it's like a versatility in there that isn't like fully exposed. Like I'm not saying it's pop. I'm not saying it's country. I just think it's music, right? She might rap one day, might sing one day, might make a beat tomorrow. You never know. Can direct a video the next day. I think it's just creativity.
Travis, if someone asks you, are you a rapper? How do you describe yourself?
I just say I'm an artist.
I'm an artist.
Yeah, because I got big songs where I'm like not rapping.
Yeah, of course.
At all. Like Goosebumps is like diamond, and you know I don't rap at all. But then I got songs like Sycamore where I'm rapping, and it's like, you know, diamond too. So I'm just an artist, I guess.
Yeah, but you're an amazing artist. I mean, sneakers, everything, everything, huh?
So I got something on.
Yeah, exactly. Ice, how you feel about the Grammys? What's your feeling, being a newcomer to the whole thing?
I mean, it's my first Grammy, so I was just honored to be there and grateful for my nominations, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect to win any, so I didn't leave disappointed. I had more fun after the Grammys, actually. At the after party.
I feel that.
Right.
Did you meet anyone you were looking forward to meeting? Did you?
I met Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
And I was really excited because I've been a fan of him since I was like 14. And when I met him, he was like, she ain't even the fart, by the way. And I was like, oh, period. Yeah, so.
And you met Beyonce, too.
Yes, I met Beyonce. How can I forget that? Oh, my God. I did meet Beyonce. And Blue and Jay. So.
Tell us about that, the whole experience of meeting Beak.
So I didn't really, like, meet her too much because, you know, it was basically a Beyonce meet and greet at the Grammys. So there was a long line. So we all got a couple seconds. But I had seen her, like, in her table and stuff, and she looked over at me and smiled. So while she was walking towards me, I already knew she was gonna come say hi, so I got up to be prepared. Some people was like, ew, Ice threw herself at Beyonce, like, relax. I'm like, no, girl, like, she already seen me and she was on the way, so, yeah.
She's on the way.
She's on the way.
Yeah.
No, girl, she's But as athletes, how do y'all feel about awards? There's a lot going on in NBA awards now.
You wanna go first?
Go ahead, Sauce. Go ahead.
It's weird because the NFL awards, I assume, are like NBA. Who votes on them?
So, with the Pro Bowl, the way the Pro Bowl been going, I don't know if it's been like this, but I know since I got in the league, like my brand, name Sauce, all that, anytime I win a Pro Bowl, it's a popularity contest. So it started from people saying, he gonna win a Pro Bowl, it's a popularity contest, to let's see if he win All-Pro. All-Pro not a popularity contest. That's what they said. So I'm going into my 3rd year. I played 2 seasons, 2 All-Pros, 2 Pro Bowls.
Jesus.
Talk that talk.
What can they say now?
Talk.
But they say All-Pro turned into a popularity contest now. So it's like anything I win is a popularity contest at this point. It's always a blessing to get those awards. In reality, like, it ain't my fault that I got picked. I ain't choose myself. I just go out there and play football. You know what I'm saying?
But you 2 seasons, 2 All-Pros, did you feel like you deserved to be All-Pro both years?
Sure.
Then there you
like
go. Yeah.
You put me every time I'm on the field, the way I prepare for the game, practice, the way I attack it every single day. You know what I mean? I feel like nobody doing it like me.
I do want to ask, you guys have won a lot, right? Album sales and tours and merch and all these things. Is there an award you haven't won that still stings?
Yeah, Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only award that I don't have in my house. That kind of stings. I talked about this before, like, it don't make sense. It's almost like what Jay just said about B. How can she have the most Grammys, but never won Album of the Year?
Yeah.
So the year I finished 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year award, the guy who won Defensive Player of the Year didn't even make first team all defense.
That doesn't make sense.
Is that even possible? Yeah.
And I also had an opportunity too I would have been the first unanimous MVP where I got all 120 votes, but I got 119.
Yeah.
Do you know who the one vote was?
Yeah, I know.
Carmelo.
There was the one vote he voted for Carmelo, but
it was a writer in New York, right?
No, it was a writer from Boston.
Boston.
Of course.
Boston gonna Boston.
Of course.
But
I know his name too, but I ain't gonna give him that light just yet. I'm waiting for the doc on that one.
But the media votes on these awards, and like, it's. I don't know if it's a perfect way to do it because humans have bias, but
It's like non-players that vote on
exactly.
athletes.
So why they voting? That doesn't make sense.
So that's my point. I agree.
I don't know the answer. I don't know what it should be, but why they voting? If you're not watching the game, you're not studying the game, you're not listening to the peers of the game too. That's like really telling you like, he's the best player. That's the best album.
The one thing that's gonna be crazy in the NBA to me, Bron, is I don't know if it's this year, but it's definitely gonna have a year where a guy who we clearly agree, all of us, that he is the MVP and he plays 63 games.
Oh.
And the person who ends up winning it, that's a weird feeling. Like, I'm gonna get the trophy, but I know this guy should have won, but he only not gonna win because he missed 2 games. But the world is like, as a man, you almost want to go, man, that's that man's trophy, man. I don't even want this trophy.
Yeah, I mean, they want to put a lot of ashes on my. I want to see an asher go on there for the first guy who wins the MVP. And we for sure know that the guy that played 64 games and maybe got injured and didn't meet the 65 game criteria, he loses it because he got hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah, like we were saying, Trav, like your album was the one everybody loved.
I think anytime any one of us is winning, I think it's dope. I have no idea. I just want to continue making like the best music possible. What was rap 50 years ago isn't going to be rap the new 50 years, right? We celebrate 50 years of rap. There's a new 50 years of rap coming. There's a new 50 years of music coming. There's a new 50, years of style to play basketball. You got Wemby 8'1". This guy can be a point guard.
He said he 8'1".
And I feel like, sometimes things get stuck in like old ways. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with people winning. I just think it needs to be like obvious understanding.
Like what, Trav? What you think would be the obvious understanding?
Like this big, like, I sold out SoFi this year, right? I didn't know I was the only rapper to do that, but that's crazy. When people go back in time, like 10 years from now, when we not gonna remember this moment, they got to go through the catalog to figure out what's going on. They know, he's the all-time scorer. It's on this date. You feel what I'm saying? He won a championship on this date. He fought for that. You know what I mean? Time in, time out. People can go back in history and it can be just a debacle of like what was ill and what wasn't.
Of course.
Travis, let me ask you. I don't think it's debatable if there's a Mount Rushmore, the culture, you're on that Mount Rushmore. Are we maybe putting too much importance on one award show, like when you are the culture?
I'm not. People always talk about that. I think about it like a club, right? If there's a club, a Grammy club, right? And it's like, man, you got Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, like these are real greats. Kanye West, Jay-Z. Like I'm at that like at the rope, like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, y'all see me? Yo, get my man.
Baby.
Get my man.
You hear
I'm on
your
the
music in the party, like they can't even party to the who are in the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously gonna be a club who you can party to these like amazing all these amazing artists. You gonna have some in there that you don't even know these motherfuckers. Then you gonna have some people outside them like, damn, and they music playing all night. You know, they can go sell out 50 of these spots down the street. You know, it's just like,
man, you having fun doing it all?
Yeah, I'm having fun doing it all.
It seemed like a lot of work, but you
yeah, it's the funnest. But I'm an artist. You know what I mean? Like, you can do the shoes, you can do cars, you can just, I'm a musician. You know what I'm saying?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Keep the main thing. None of that matters if he ain't 10 toes down on being a musician.
Yeah.
All the other stuff, it works organically because his people that follow him through his journey, whatever he do, they don't give a what he do, because they know when that album drop or that song drop, it's time to rage.
You gotta go rage.
It's time to go rage.
It's time to go rage.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good time.
Speaking of time to rage, we gotta let you go.
Yeah,
we got some more raging to do.
Go up.
It's going up.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for coming through.
Y'all the best.
Love you, brother. Love.
Love.
LB, you gotta come to the crib, hit the stew.
Oh yeah, for sure. You right up the street. I got listen for them cars to go up the street. I'll be here.
I'm the president of your fan club. You the illest of all time.
I'm gonna send you some.
Okay, for sure. All right, y'all.
Hey,
Just like that.
look who it is.
Everything straight?
Yes, sir, man.
Let me know if you need the feature. Got you. Something on the floor.
Ocho.
What you do? What's happening?
What up, brother?
You good?
I'm good, brother.
Good to see you. Praise God. Praise God. You good?
Let's get right to it. Ocho's on. I saw you size him up a little bit when you said what's up.
Yeah, that's my little cousin.
But how would you if y'all lined up against each other?
He done. They had to rethink his contract. That's my boy. That's, you know, played in Cincinnati.
It's love.
Yeah, it's love. But I'm just saying, in a respectful manner, I don't play that.
But look though, he did used to be my favorite receiver coming up.
Talk now.
Really?
You remember? I told him like, I used to be on YouTube, watching his videos. He used to be training with like Santana Moss, all of them at the field.
Dre
So
Johnson.
I used to be watching. You know what I mean? He used to be talking everything.
He
like
long
that.
and lanky though. He
So
was
how-
long.
I like
How
would you stop? How would you shut Ocho down?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like that, because I know how to get around that.
In his prime or
So
like now?
in his prime, how would you shut Ocho down?
Whoa, wait. Before you
You're not in
answer
your
that.
prime
Hold
no
up, before
more.
you answer that. I'm still in my prime. Go ahead.
Disrespect. No disrespect.
Look, it's easy for real, man.
Easy?
Easy. Just get hands on him.
I say that's
He
the
wasn't
problem.
strong.
Everybody say that.
He wasn't strong like
what?
that. He wasn't strong like that. He wasn't trying to block for
No, I
real.
wasn't physically imposing at all, but it's one thing couldn't nobody do with me. See these things down here? See that?
Dance.
Hey.
Take him to the dance.
What?
Take him to the dance floor.
Man, right out the line. I don't even see you. I'm not saying I'm Ray Charles, but I don't see you. I don't play that. So you already know what time it is. But I love him though. I love his game. You can tell, you don't follow me on Twitter, but
I will.
Always showing love. Technique, anything you do. Remember that curl route? Who was that tried to run that curl route? Was doing all that weaving?
You talking about the Packers?
Yeah, boy. I talked about that
Them
thing
hips.
for about a week straight.
Them hips different.
Always,
For a tall guy, you
I'm
told me.
6'3".
Always pay respects.
Yes.
Always show
So
love.
if you want to, going in every game, you want one receiver head up, or you would take some zone, so you like a little zone?
So, I mean, you gotta think everybody get tired, but
Of course.
like I wanna travel. I'm gonna be traveling this year. So I gotta
Everywhere?
stay tuned for that.
You traveling
know what I mean?
everywhere?
Be traveling this year. I already had to I talked to my D coordinator about it.
You're in the AFC East. That's tough. You got Diggs, Tyreek.
Tyreek.
You like that energy too. You like that. I'm gonna travel. That's your type of energy.
Travel.
That's that.
I'm a competitor, man.
That's that money though.
Oh,
You
it
travel,
is.
you get to go to the table with that, because everybody
is.
ain't doing that.
That's a good
It
point.
is.
That's a good point. That's a business move.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
Spice,
is.
by the way, you early in your career made all these hits. When did you realize this is a business? I thought I was just making music, and now I got all these things to do. Like Chad, you said, I got to go to the table and negotiate and treat it like a business.
I was making some noise in the city, like, you know,
Which
in New
city?
York. New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the city.
What part?
The city,
what part of New York?
Yeah, the city.
Just the whole New York, like.
the whole
Parts of
thing
Bronx.
buzzing.
Because the
so
thing
it's-
is, like.
From the BX. From the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. So, like, the thing is, like, in New York, once you start making noise, like, everybody knows who you are, really. It's hard to make it out of New York, I feel like. Like, you can make it in New York, but to make it out is, like, another story. And so, like, I had put out the Munch snippet, and that's when, like, the whole little bidding stuff started to happen like that, you know what I'm saying? So.
Did you know immediately when you put Munch out?
No.
No?
I had no idea. I was sitting on Munch for, like, 6 months before I even teased it. Yeah.
And were you intimidated in those label meetings? Were you like, whoa, this is not what
I was definitely intimidated. Like, you know, I was only 22 and it was just like a big deal to me, you know what I'm saying? And I could tell everybody in the meeting was very serious, so.
She's like, I'm just trying to make music for the people.
Yeah, word.
For my people, I ain't with all this.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I be locked in.
Wow. So didn't you go to a college and start working with producers and try and get people to take you seriously?
Yeah.
You got Riot started?
So I went to SUNY Purchase. I ended up dropping out. Riot graduated though, shouts to him. And that's where we met. Purchase is full of a bunch of artists, dancers, stuff like that. And yeah, we just connected and started making.
But did you was other people not taking you serious? Were you trying to get other producers to work with you there?
You know what's funny? Yeah, I was. There's this one producer that I was begging him for beats, and we was friends, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why my friend not sending me beats? Like, he don't want me to eat? And then, like, now that everything happened, now he be, like, trying to work.
Sure he do.
You see it turn eyes? You see them eyes?
I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he is trying to get a hit now.
Nah, it's all love, though. Like, I still with him, but I be locked in. Like, me and Riot is more like a duo, I feel like. I think that's really important, and it's, like, true to hip-hop, too, because I feel like the people that do lock in with, like, a couple producers are, like, huge now.
Well, yeah. You look at Future. He got. You look at Metro, and you look at
Right,
you look at Drake.
Yeah.
40.
Drake ain't never made a record that 40 ain't whatever.
Yep.
You know, just a few as them artists, they know, because they know the sound.
I do want to ask you, it's whether fairly or unfairly, there's this notion that, you know, female rappers don't get along and there's always beef or whatnot, but, you know, I know you've worked with Nicki. You know, what was that experience like?
It was breathtaking, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it took so long for it to really sink in for me. I think now I fully, like, understand, and I could be like, yeah, I did that. But, like, at the time, it was just so emotional for me, and I just, like, couldn't believe it. Like, for a long time, I was just like, why me? Like, how did this even happen? Because, you know, I grew up listening to Nicki, and, like, I was, like, 7 years old when I first laid eyes on her. So just to, like, grow up and finally get 2, like, big songs with her and be Grammy nominated with her is, like, unreal for me. Like, I'm forever grateful for that.
That means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
100%.
That means you're doing something right. We all had that same experience. All of us, when we got to the league, the guys that we were playing against when we was rookies, we looked up to them like,
man,
oh, wow. Like, when I came in the league, it was like Allen Iverson, it was Kobe, Kevin Garnett, T-Mac, Jason Kidd, all those guys I looked up, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway. And I get into my rookie year, and I'm playing against them, Shaq. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And then I had a little second, like, oh, you supposed to be here. You doing something right, champ.
How quickly does it click for you, Bron? It's like, nah, they gotta be food. Like, they competitors now. Like, they can't be my heroes
Once
anymore.
the ball tip up. I think, you know, in the warm-ups, though, you definitely be looking on the other side, like, seeing, like, oh, that's how he warming up. And I'm like, I'm gonna try to steal that right there. Damn, okay, he's stretching. Okay, what kind of stretch is that right there? Wow. Once that whistle blow and that do like this, or in y'all instance, when they kick that ball off, oh, it's go time.
Ocho, you played in the league a long time, seen a lot of guys. How much of it is a balance of, like, this guy was just blessed by God and he worked? How much of that plays into it?
It got to be 50-50, because normally, most of the time, you got a dude that's blessed by God and he don't work, he gonna get exposed anyway.
For sure.
You get exposed on the back end. If you're blessed by God and you put the work in, that's where the longevity come in at. You know, you do it for a very long time. I'm gonna use soccer terminology. You got Cristiano Ronaldo, you got Messi. That's blessed by God, mixed with the work. Then you think about one of the greatest of all time, and I hate to say this and use a comparison, Ronaldinho.
Could have been the best.
Blessed by God,
didn't work.
But didn't put in the work because he loved to party, loved to play, you know, do all that. I mean no disrespect, but I'm just giving you an example of what you could have been. He should be the best to ever touch the grass.
Basketball, it's actually a bit more black, like you can see it. Like,
yeah, you can see it.
Like, he would tell you, I love Bubba Chuck. Bubba Chuck didn't put the work in like the guys did. He played hard.
Right.
Bubba Chuck was the most blessed. I mean, he had everything, he played hard. Now, it's different. Now, if you don't play hard, then you disrespect him.
He had the culture on lock, though.
He had the culture on lock, but he didn't work.
I did, man. What? I wore arm sleeve because of Bubba Chuck.
Of course.
I wore braids headband because of Bubba Chuck.
Culture, we're talking about
everything.
And he played hard. He just didn't work. He would tell you.
That boy got the
He'd be
culture.
like, in the offseason, I don't do nothing. I might hoop every now and again, but that's it.
Can I ask you guys?
Sure.
You guys all had obviously God-given talent that propelled you to get to become a pro, and you put the work in. When you guys became pros, and even you as well in your field of music, was there a moment when you're like, oh, there's a different level of like the commitment of work it's gonna take, or did you guys already have that on day one of you guys being pros?
I would say I kind of had it already, you know what I'm saying? But in the league, you get way more time, so it's about what you do with it, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's easy for me to drive myself to be great and to take myself to the next level. You know, growing up in Detroit, seeing the things that I seen at an early age, you know what I mean, always knowing my why, like, I feel like I ain't grow up like the average kid, you know what I mean? I feel like I seen things that I shouldn't have seen when I was younger. But that's always stuff that I can just, you know, think about, you know, go back in the archives, you know, and that just puts me to, you know what I'm saying, just be great.
You knew day one, Bron? Like, the level of work it was gonna take?
Yeah, because I wanted to be the greatest basketball player that ever played. Man, I knew it wasn't gonna happen in 1, 2, 5, 10 years. Like, I knew in order for me to ever be even mentioned with the greats, like, I had to consistently be dominant for decades. Like, that was and I already knew I had the God-given ability, but the one thing I knew that separated from me from a lot of the kids when I was growing up is like my attention to detail. Like, I had a level of detail when the games came and the practices came, and a commitment to, like, you know, going in before school started. School started at 8:10. I was in the weight room in the gym at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying, staying after, you know, off days, I would still go in and work on my game. Like, I was one of the only kids I probably was the only kid on the basketball team. Probably my best friend Drew, because his dad was the head coach, that had a key to the high school gym that I could go at any time, and I had the code to the alarm to turn it off. So I would just go in high school days where I was just maybe watching TV too much or playing the game too much. I was like, I'm about to just go to the high school, put the gun up, and just shoot 1,000 shots just
to get the work in.
And I had a level of like crazy expectations that I wish on nobody as an 18-year-old kid going into any field, from a business side, from a sports side, from a musician side. Like, it was ridiculous.
Same thing for you. Was there like another level once you signed and had some success?
It is true, like, it's really about whoever wants it the most. And I feel like I did want it the most out of, like, everybody that I was watching or whatever. But there is this one moment that we always laugh about, me and my team. Like, I was in Norway last year on tour, and I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. I was so tired. I had like 3 hours of sleep, then we had to travel at like 2 in the morning. It was just like a big mess. And I was just like complaining to my manager, like, why would you book me for this? Like, this makes no sense. Like, you don't care about me, I'm so tired. Like, and but then in that moment, I did realize, like, if I don't push through these hard times, like, I'm not gonna make it to where I wanna be. So I just had to like fully accept, like, this is gonna take sacrifice.
There are those moments you realize this is exactly what I asked for. Right?
Yeah.
You want to be the greatest.
You wanted to play shows.
It definitely helps though when you got a team around you too, or a person,
of course,
anybody that you can lean on in those times where you like, I'm exhausted, bro. Like, I'm exhausted. You know, it's not good to have yes men and women around when you're trying to climb the mountaintop. And it damn sure ain't good to have them when you're at the top of the mountain. They're the first ones that kick you back down that mountain for sure, dog. I'm telling you.
Me and my brother, we get into it so much.
He older or younger?
He older than me. It just be things that I ask or things that I say, and he just the one to always tell me, like, nah, don't do that, or nah, this ain't right. We get into arguments all the time, but we argue so much. But he my business manager, you know, he over my marketing, you know, we work together. But then after the fact, after it's all said and done, I'd be like, bro, I appreciate you, bro. You know, always keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Always pushing me, man. He always pushed me since I was younger, though. Like, he the reason that I played the game of football. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Unfortunately, he didn't get to make it, But he always say God working mysterious ways, you know. Now he's still in the football industry, and he can watch me unfold.
For sure. Ice, we got to get you out of here. You got to go perform now.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
work for him now. She's working now.
She's working.
Literally. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this.
Come and visit us.
Thank you, darling.
So nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me know if you need a feature.
The feature.
I'm trying to do a little bit of everything.
Ocho's been in the shop for 20 minutes. He's asked Travis Scott and Ice Spice if they need a feature.
Hey,
Ocho, you can
mouth.
rap?
Close mouth, don't get fit, huh?
You can rap?
Well, yeah, boy. I'm like that. And I can hoop. What's up? You trying to run one? Y'all can move that out the way? Let go to fire real quick. Y'all got a ball? No, I'm serious.
We're in the practice. We're in the WNBA practice, and I'm sure
It's a
they
hoop, though.
Yeah. We're in the practice.
They hung up all the rocks.
Hey, Julio's in the shop, baby.
What's up, Julio? What's up,
Nice
brother?
to meet you.
Pleasure. Pleasure, man. How you doing, brother? For sure, brother.
What's up, baby? Hey, I'm good, baby. How you doing? I'm good, baby. Congrats on everything.
Congrats, man.
Julio.
¿Cómo está?
Muy bien. ¿Qué money?
You can really do everything.
Back that little nigga down there, huh?
You can hoop for real? What position did you play?
Man, but I played the four.
The four.
Yeah.
Nah,
play no
they ain't play the
four,
four. No,
Ocho.
the little legs.
No, I'm 6'4". Let's talk about it.
The last hips.
Ocho, give me a comp. Give me a pro comp. Who's like your style of game in the NBA
My
right
style,
now?
I'm like Rasheed Wallace. Like, hold on, listen, stay with me now. I'm like a mix of Rasheed Wallace, right? But I got the explosion of Derrick Rose in his prime, John Morant, and Russell Westbrook. Like, I got that type. I'm on that Mamba.
You can jump?
What? My birthday was about 46.
46 what?
Huh?
46 what?
Inches.
Yeah, come on, Ocho.
Y'all ain't never seen me hoop?
No.
You gonna see in a minute when we play that. You nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you is. You got the right one.
Julio, good to see you, bro. Rookie of the year.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure he think he could outplay you in baseball, too.
Yeah.
You.
You can swing it too?
Huh?
You can swing it?
Oh yeah, I can swing. I hit 95, easy. Easy? Yeah. My hand-eye coordination is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I played in high school,
I believe that.
87.
I believe if he get on base, it's going to be hard to get him still in base.
Brian, you used to play football, didn't you?
I did. I played football my whole life until my senior year of high school.
What made you stop?
My best friends told me if I played football, another down is gonna whoop my every day at school. And my mama was like, that's it. That's it. My mama saw the vision.
Okay.
She was like, boy, we in the slums, boy.
Yeah.
You better, we 1 year removed from getting back. Listen, I love coming to football games, but boy, we 1 year removed from going to the draft. Go ahead and stop playing this. I was like, Mama, okay, all right.
Did you hoop, Sauce?
She wanted me to stop my junior year. And she back there, she back in the back too right now. I know she can hear me talking. I snuck and played my junior year and didn't tell her for the first 2 weeks of the season. She had no idea. And found out and cussed my out. But she couldn't do nothing at that point. I was already, you know, I was bigger. She couldn't whoop me no more. It didn't hurt. She, I could run out. I had my license so I could leave. But I couldn't get away with it 2 more years though. I love it.
Sauce, did you hoop?
Yeah, I used to play AU. I'm still a buck.
Still
I
a
probably
buck?
can't shoot the same, but I'm a buck.
Julio, you play always baseball? Anything beyond baseball?
Always baseball.
Just
That's
baseball?
in the DR. It's always baseball. Like,
Nothing else?
Nothing else. No.
No, there's some
soccer.
hoopers out here from the DR.
I mean, yeah, but like he was more in the States
That's right.
than the DR, you know.
Yeah.
But over there is everywhere baseball.
Everybody
On the
plays
streets,
baseball.
like school, everywhere. We don't have like a lot of like a big basketball or soccer. Soccer is growing now, so you might like to go over there. Yeah. But it is growing right now. But everywhere is baseball. If you was born a boy, oh, he's gonna be a baseball player. That's the first thing that they would say.
So it's already in your crib when you get home. A little bat, a little baseball.
That was my mom. My mom was the first one that bought me a bat.
How old were you?
I mean, I was just born when she gave me the first one, so I was ready. I was already getting into it.
Yeah, I can't explain to you guys, like, I'm Puerto Rican, he's like DR, there's a different level of like, baseball is first, second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah.
Everyone plays. How early did you know you had a chance to be a pro? Because everyone there
I would
plays.
say like around 13, 14, that's whenever I started doing tryouts and like being seen by all the teams and all that. And like, I started seeing like, 16, 15 years old, I kind of were getting looked at. I was like, okay, if he has a shot, then I think I can make it too. So I felt that's whenever I realized that, okay, I think we can make something with that.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you go to the big leagues, when did you realize, we were talking about this earlier, like, I belong here? Because to me, that's the hardest skill in sports, is hitting a baseball. But when you're like, I got this, I can play on this level.
I feel like when I first got there, I knew I was prepared because I was able to like play with some other big leaguers and kind of like learn from them. And I had some chances to go in spring training because you kind of get invited for spring training a little bit and then you get sent down and you play in the season. But once I got up there, the first thing that struck me was I'm really playing with my favorite players, with all my favorite players. So that was kind of the first thing that you kind of get. Well, after the first month, I remember this particular game against the Rangers. I went 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts and a line drive to Adolis Garcia, and I was like, man, I gotta do something about this. And that's whenever, like, okay, I need to actually get rid of that, and I belong here, and I started playing like with my skill and like trusting myself. And I felt that's whenever it started for me after that first month of the year.
It becomes instincts then.
Well, it's amazing because you went 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. You could go the other way.
Of course. Do I belong here?
You could be like, do I belong, or start doubting yourself? How were you able to like find confidence in that, and who helped you? Was it like a teammate, your mom?
I just feel like the people that I had close to me. You know, I have my agent. He knew me since I was 14, but before I was somebody to call it like that. I have my family that was right there, and like obviously the work that I put in. You know, I feel like I always thought that I worked really well. Like I worked a lot to kind of get to the opportunity, and I didn't want to let it go to waste. And I feel like there are a lot of people that trust me, and I just felt like I didn't want to let them down. And that's why I said I had to keep my head up because there's no turning point for me. I'm not going to go to the minors, and I just got to make it work right now. And that was kind of my mentality going into it.
Got it. So they always said corners got to have the shortest memory. During the game, during the season, you ever get down on yourself, or you got that short memory? Like if you get beat, like get on to the next one?
I remember my first year, anytime I got beat, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even really used to get beat that much. I promise, bro. I don't know how, bro. It's God-given, bro. Like, I'm 6'3", but I'm able to change direction. I can get beat off the line, and I'm still there.
Yeah.
And it just be like, I just don't be knowing how.
There was some crazy stat I read on him when you was at Cincy. Like your last 3 years or last 2 years.
Nobody scored a touchdown on him?
Like nobody scored a touchdown on him.
I played 3 years.
He played 3 years, and not one touchdown was scored on him in 3 years.
So it'd be tough sledding for you against
That's
this guy. It'd be tough sledding for you against
You know what
him.
I think it's from? I think it's because I played receiver back then.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm able to know what the receiver is thinking to a certain extent.
That's how Prime was.
Exactly.
I gotta ask you, how tough was it when A-Rod went down?
It was extremely tough, you know.
Especially when y'all could, you know, they had y'all one of the title contending teams, you know.
So it's Aaron. You gotta think, like, I grew up watching him, so I get the chance to get in person with him, bond with him, talk to him, and see, like, bro, he not what other people say about him. You know what I mean? It's people that say he was cancer to the teams. When I talk to him, man, what we seen, it's a leader, somebody that got a great work ethic, and somebody that just impacts the rest of the team, kind of like you. Like I watch how you is on the court and everything. Like when he's on that field, the whole offense is more confident in their abilities, and they feel like they're better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when he went down, like to keep it 100, I feel like some offensive players, their mentality switched because it's like
the whole vibe.
Aaron not on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's easy for the defense for us to do what we do. Like it's a defense. You don't want to get exposed. Corners, you definitely don't want to get exposed. You don't want to get beat. You don't care what's going on nowhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then the defense in general. But offense, it's like it wasn't the same when Aaron went down.
Yeah. So walk me through. You break the huddle. What are you thinking before the play snapped?
So I get the huddle call probably about the divider, so between the numbers and the hash. Because when the offense break the huddle, I want to be studying the huddle. I want the person to see who about to line up in front of me, like, you got to come see me. It ain't going to be one of them things where we both run into the line and we both going to get huddled. We both going to get lined up. This is one of them things where I'm there and you got to come see me. You know what I'm saying? And
so he already out of the huddle, basically.
So
he already lined up. He already like this. He don't go in the huddle already. He ain't even in the huddle.
He don't break the huddle.
When see me in the huddle.
When you get on the line, he already like this.
You coming to me.
So how you get the call? They give you a signal or something?
Nah, I'll be right there. I'll be close enough to where I can hear it. Yeah. But you got to think, when you study the huddle and you waiting for that person to come to you, it already got you in that dominant mindset, like you about to dominate. And then doing that, you able to see where other receivers going. All right, they lined up in 2x2, the ball right here on this hash. I'm thinking they about to do this.
Now, Ocho, you break the huddle. You come out,
Receiver.
this 6'3"
Yeah.
monster is
Yeah.
waiting for you lining up against you.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
I'm talking. Coming out the huddle.
Right out the huddle.
Right out the huddle.
What you telling him?
I'm getting out the huddle first, and I'm doing my favorite thing. If you watch clips of me when I was playing, the first thing I like to do if somebody's off, man, come on up here.
Oh, they off the line.
Come play press. I prefer you playing press. And from there, then I dissect. The trash talking is to get to him mentally. I like to play mental gymnastics. People say, oh, he talking trash, he's sending gifts to the DBs. No, I just need to get this much edge, slightly, mentally. Physically, you might be better than me. But if I can get you talking back or just engaging, I know I got you.
Ocho, give us an example of a mental game you played, whether before
mental
the game.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns. I had a little sponsorship with Pepto-Bismol at the time. So I thought it would have been fun. Okay, how can I get to the secondary? Give him a little bulletin board material before the week starts. So Wednesday, I took some Pepto-Bismol and I sent it to the entire secondary. So I sent it by FedEx so they would get it before the game Sunday, obviously. And the note on it said, this is for y'all because you're going to get sick to your stomach of trying to cover me. That's the way I felt the game should be played. I was a villain back then. What they doing today?
I want to ask Julio, I think growing up, one of your favorite players was Ken Griffey Jr., right? No, that's your favorite player, right? Junior. What's that been like, the swing, right?
Of all time.
What's that been like, you end up on the Seattle Mariners?
Right.
Nah, it was definitely like a crazy opportunity to be out there, you know, like coming from like a kid to the Dominican Republic, you obviously follow Ken Griffey Jr., guys like Ichiro Suzuki, like all those big names, and just being able to be on the same team and playing the same position, obviously like raise a lot of comparisons and all that, but I'm just grateful to have him in my corner that I can just go, hey, like, what do you do when you were going through this? Like, what was your approach? Like, all those things, I feel like I take advantage of it because I feel like everybody has their own time to kind of keep building on that house. And I feel like it's really cool to have him, like, same guy, same position, kind of going through a lot of similar things and be able to, like, have him to help me out, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's really cool to have him out there.
Did Junior win a home run derby?
He did like 3 times, I think. 3 times, yeah.
So you still got some work to do then.
I definitely got it. He won it up one time and then after the first round. So, but it's cool though. Like being a home run derby is cool, man. And that's probably like, because I did 2, the one in LA and did 1 in Seattle. And like, it was by far one of the coolest experiences I ever had.
That's fine.
How many home runs did you hit total in the home run derby?
I mean, the first one I hit 81.
Jesus.
And then in the one in Seattle, in the first round, I actually broke the record for most in one round. It was 41.
In one round?
In one round, yeah.
Right.
Well, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask you, if you look over your left shoulder, have something that you played an instrumental role in creating, Shop Men's Grooming.
That's fine.
Talk about that a little bit, like what it means for you to see the product, what it meant for you in terms of helping create it.
I think it's super cool. Obviously, I think when it comes to men's like grooming, I think the first person to kind of introduce you to it is a woman. It's either your lady or your mom or your grandma or whatever. Like, they always the first one to tell you, like, because we just used to just waking up, getting a washcloth, washing your face, and throwing whatever the hell on your face. I don't know. Whatever. The lotion that's been there for 10 years or the petroleum jelly and Vaseline on your face. So we don't know, you know, but as, you know, I think as, you know, black men and men of color, you know, we have
different texture.
Yeah, we have different texture, you know. To be able to treat our skin with the same approach that we treat our craft, I think is very important. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. I think also to the younger generation too, not only like your kids, but people that look up to us. You know, I think it's pretty dope. So for us to have this is
and the good news is,
cool.
It smells good. So Ocho, you can send it to him as a gift so he smells good when you get them buckets on you.
Send me my own product.
Hey, Ocho, right even though I want you smelling good when I blow by you, put these buckets on you.
Yeah, for sure.
What are your numbers if you played NBA right now?
now?
Yeah, what do you...
Like, honestly.
Honestly,
like,
what do you contribute? No bull.
I'm just being realistic.
Yes.
So give me a month of training.
Okay.
I'm coming off the bench, 6 man.
Yep.
Of the year.
Yep.
I'm probably 28, 12, and 10.
I love Ocho.